What's going on, traders? In this video, we're going to go over GameStop. What institutions are doing? Are they trading this? Are they in calls? Are they in puts? And if so, how we can benefit off a potential short squeeze. Before we start, like, subscribe, comment your thoughts below. Let's get into the video. So right now, we're looking at the 2-hour time frame. And the reason why we're looking at the 2-hour time frame is because we have a fair value gap all the way at the $57 range. And so if you don't know what fair value gaps are, I encourage you to watch our last video. It seems like a lot of you really loved that video. So I do plan on making more detailed videos on fair value gaps and how I trade them. So be on the lookout for that. But if you're confused on what I'm talking about when I'm talking about fair value gaps, definitely encourage you to watch my last video. Now, back to the point here. We're talking about GameStop and we're talking about key levels here. And so right now we're trading within the supply and demand zone. And so what we want to see is a break above 32. After 32, you're looking at a move towards 35, 34 more or less. We'll say 35 because that's our psych level. And then after that, you're looking at a move towards 40. All right. Now, we're only talking about levels if we're talking about a slow grind to the upside. Now, if we're talking about a short squeeze, then I would say it's safe to say that if we're heading towards this fair value gap, we're going to mitigate this fair value gap. So first target will be around 48. We'll say 50 is our psych level. And then after that, you look at a move towards 52. And then after that, you look at a move towards 57, which will pretty much clear this fair value gap and mitigate this area, right? Because this area right here, and we talked about this in our last video. Man, that's a lot. All right, so this area here, as you guys can see, what did we talk about in our last video? Liquid areas. And so you guys see it here, very liquid area. There's no structure. We just kept breaking up towards the upside, and then we liquidated this area once we start breaking towards the downside. And so now, at some point in time, GameStop has to come back up here and clear this area out. Okay, that is how powerful fair value gaps are and how powerful liquid areas are. So at some point in time, we have to liquidate this area and clear this area out. A lot of traders will call it a liquidity grab. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at for GameStop. But what are whales doing? Are whales trading this? And so what's interesting, and this happened on December 16th, our Discord bot alerted that whales are in a 125 strike for January 17th with a 2.12 million premium. Now, me, I don't trade meme stocks like that. I had my fun with AMC when it first went crazy. I had my fun with GameStop when it first went crazy. We absolutely made a bag off that, and I haven't really looked back. Okay, but Discord members were talking about it, so I figured, you know what, why not entertain this? And so we go to Quant Data, and so I use Quant Data to pretty much confirm if these contracts are legit or if whales are actually trading this, and if so, are they trading at the ask? Are they trading at the bid? And so we look up the contract, the 125 strike for January 17th, and we see that whales are indeed trading this. Give it a minute; it takes a lot to load this thing up, but we do see that whales are indeed trading this. Now, you see a lot of mixed signals here. You see some calls are at the bid, some are at the ask. And so if you don't know, usually when whales are trading something at the bid, they're selling, and if they're trading something at the ask, they're buying that particular contract. So a lot of mixed signals here. And so what's important here is that you do have a higher call premium than put premium. So that is somewhat of a good sign. But maybe we should dig deeper. So we go to unusual whales, and we see that whales indeed loaded up the 125 calls for January 17th with a 4.8 million premium. But that's only looking from the outside. It looks good, it sounds good, but when we actually click on this contract, we see that well, give it a minute. All right, so when we actually click on this contract, we see that the bid is higher than the ask. So that means to me, or that's showing me that whales have been slowly selling these contracts, right? So that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily a good thing because why? Because we still have much higher call volume than put volume on these contracts. So you have 148K call volume versus a 17,000 put volume. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay. And then you have 16 million premiums versus a 3.32 million premium. So whales are still in these contracts. It's just there's just not too many left in these contracts. Right. So me personally, I wanted to be honest with you guys in this video. I don't want you to be that other YouTuber that's telling you, oh, GameStop's going to go to 200 and all that fun stuff. What I would look for in regards to GameStop and just really lowball it is a move towards this fair value gap all the way to 57. All right. I know it's heartbreaking. I know you want me to tell you that we're going to 125. We very much can. Okay. That doesn't mean we can't. All right. But right now, whales are selling those contracts. Okay. From what I can tell. All right. Maybe you see something different. Let me know in the comments below. But from what I can tell, it seems like they're selling the contracts. There's still some left. Okay. There's still a decent amount of whales left. You still have much higher call volume than put volume in GameStop. Not only that, but I guess Roaring Kitty put out a tweet. So I imagine that's going to make a lot of traders go crazy between tomorrow and Friday. So we very much can still see a short squeeze. And so if we want to be humble, if we don't want to be greedy, we want to lowball it. We're looking at a move as high as 57. Now, if we want to be greedy and maybe you have shares to, maybe you have shares to spare and you can just hold them forever. Maybe you're diamond handing shares. Then you can definitely look for this potential contract to play out, this 125 contracts. All right. So that's what I would be looking for in regards to GameStop. That's pretty much the video, guys. If you want access to our Discord bot and you want to see these type of alerts, Discord link will be in the description below. If you agree, let me know. If you disagree, let me know as well. And I really hope you guys enjoyed your holidays. Until the next video, traders, have a good one.